Thanks, Erica. Look, as the leader of the group, I know the finger points at me first, and I accept that, and I take responsibility for the current run that we're on. It hurts. I still think the players are trying and giving everything that they can, but at the moment it's just not enough. We know that we're missing 5 to 6 key guys, and that hurts right now. I still think in the first half we actually have some decent looks at goal, some good actions, some half chances. Ty gave us some energy, I thought. Mikel had a couple chances. Quinny had some looks. But right now it's really tough for us to catch a break, to score a goal, to make a play that changes the game. And then, we concede in the second half and chase the game. And, Charlotte deserves credit because they were better than us in both boxes, and we got punished.
Jim, you made, or somebody made a decision to bench Oliver Semple tonight. Tell us about that.
Yeah, look, it's tough for everybody right now, right? So there's been a lot of tough performances. Oliver's had some really good games, good moments, good saves. But also when we analyzed it, there were some goals that we conceded that were, I'd say unorthodox or unacceptable. So we made a change. We still believe in Oliver. We wanted to try to give our group a spark with a little bit of a tweak, give him kind of a break physically and mentally. And I thought that Rick stepped in and did a decent job too. So nothing he can do on the first one. Obviously a great header. And we need to do a better job just denying the service there. So we made the decision to make a change, to try to give a spark, and we didn't get it.
On that second goal, Jacob Lesnes was beaten one-on-one again. This has happened now a number of times in recent weeks. How big of a problem is this?
Yeah, he's had some tough moments individually, but at the same time, I know Jacob is Defender of the Year recently. So again, I always will believe in him. He wore the captain's armband again. He's a leader, and it's just harder to defend when we're all not confident. We're all not here. We're all not on the same page. So that's the challenge right now, to try to get us to get some confidence. It's not going to get any easier. As you saw, some guys took some knocks, but we have to stick together and try to find a way.
Can you feel, are you confident in this group right now, where the way the roster is constructed, that you can make a push for the playoffs when everybody's back? Because the way it's been constructed over the last few transfer windows, there's been plenty of misses, and some of those guys that were signed to be the second tier depth guys didn't pan out. Those are guys that you could have used in a situation like tonight.
Well, look, again, it's not an excuse, but it is a reality that 5 to 6 starters aren't here. So to judge us and say, can we make a run? I do think we can when everyone is here and healthy and playing at their max. Like I've told you guys, our margins are razor thin, and right now we're getting exposed. Winning and success over the last several years, does always cover a lot of things. That's the number one priority. When you win, there's a lot less questions or analysis, but I take the blame. It's on me. I have to find a way to turn it around. I know that we still have a group that, when they're all here and healthy, is still a strong team. So, we're not fully together right now. That is our reality, and we need some other guys to step up. We need our experienced guys to be better, and all of us have to improve in the coming weeks, because things are, not just going to change just by us stepping on the field. We have to put some work in training. We have to find a way to turn this around, and it hurts right now. And I know you guys are sick of hearing me say it too, I'd imagine.
The fans didn't direct their frustration to you tonight. It was at the ownership group. What do you make of the sell the team chance?
Well, look, again, when you don't win, things get covered up. The example of that is we're far and away leading now. With something that's different this year. We're far and away leading in homegrown minutes in the league. But that story doesn't. No one cares or wants to hear it because winning comes first, and that is the reality. We know that. We have to find a way to fight our way out of it. And again, I take the blame. I'll stand up here, and the coach should take the blame, take the bullets, however you want to word it. But I will also still continue to work with this group and try to turn things around.
You talked about Kai taking a couple of knocks. It looked like on the sideline he was grabbing his hamstring. Is that what the injury was?
Yeah, I think he started to feel it. There's some tightness. We saw him stretching as well at the water break. He said he felt like something might happen if he has to sprint again. So we were proactive and took him out. Also he's on the yellow card. If one more yellow card, he's out again. So we were proactive and just to prevent the injury, put Olivier in there to try to give us something.
You mentioned Jacob Lesens being Defender of the Year in 22, I think it was. Since then, he's had a sports hernia issue and had surgery on it, and hasn't really looked the same since the surgery. Do you sense anything different with him since the surgery in terms of how he's been?
Yeah, look, I still will say Jacob or any center back is at their best when everyone around them is in good form too. So it's not just a one-person thing. We haven't had consistency, at different spots all over the field, because of injuries or guys away at international call-ups. So we need everybody to be playing at their max. So it's not just on him. Do you have good years and bad years as a center back? For sure. I've experienced that. Some years everything you block. Some years everything, maybe a goalkeeper makes a save and bails you out. Some years everything goes in. And right now we're in one of those years where every mistake that we make, we get punished as a group. And that's not just Jacob, that's everyone. We could have been a lot better tonight in a lot of areas on the field. But right now we're getting punished for every little mistake. So I'm not going to call out any individuals, that's for sure.
Do you tell whether the individuals or the unit of the back five outfield players to maybe stay a little deeper instead of high pressing? This team has been a high pressing back line for years. But in a situation like right now, do you tell them to stay a little deeper and not get caught going the other way as much?
Yeah, look, again, third game in a week, we have to, adjust how we play a little bit so you didn't see us flying around and high pressing. Charlotte made the plays in the boxes and really punished us and hurt us, and you have to give them credit for that. Having said that, now we've become too fragile at home. That's a reality. We've conceded first way too much. We aren't defending well as a team. There's not a lot of positives you can take away from the game. So yeah, we have to get better, Jonathan. And again, it starts with me. I'm not going to blame the players. I take the blame.
To your point about the homegrown minutes, CJ Only seems like he's risen pretty quickly from getting on the bench to getting actual minutes. What have you seen out of him over these last few weeks?
Yeah, with Leon taking a little bit of a knock, we moved Bueno to the center sixth spot on the diamond, and CJ's been a guy that's done really well, Union 2 on that left side of the diamond. Hoped he could give us a little bit of a spark, rewarded him. But there's levels, right? It's not going to be perfect right away. That was his first taste of things. Again, back to Jonathan's comment, it's a lot easier to put these guys in when when the team is stable, doing well. You set them up for success when maybe there's one or two of them out there. But now we're a little bit desperate and having to put them in maybe situations that development doesn't happen because it's hard and you're chasing a game and it's not an ideal way to get confidence or get better. So we have to be careful about how we do things moving forward with that. But certainly CJ's a guy who got his debut, which is a positive, is a good thing. But you want it to be memorable with a win for sure.
Thanks, Jim.
As once Jim gets out,